So we're bringing it to you once again. It's your main man, William Bo Martin. You already knew with the B-Lane Network. First, we'll start off with the Super Bowl. Most people love sports. I'm not sure if you saw the Super Bowl, but the halftime show, a lot of people talking about Beyonce, what she had on her, having a blonde wig, not representing the Black Panthers, and you had the color themes with the so-called gay colors of the rainbow. If you watch any of that or anything like that, so what are your thoughts on that as a black man here in America?
I mean, it's a free country. At the end of the day, she entitled to do what she want to do. She entitled to wear what she want to wear. She entitled to color her hair whichever way she want to color it. People have to stop thinking about something that's so meaningless and think about the most positive things that's happening in this world right now.
Well, I take kind of a positive spin on it. It was a representation of the former Panther Party, and the Panther Party actually was a positive thing. So I don't look at it in a negative situation. I know some people were offended by some of the things that she did or said, or some of the acts in there, but I think those things need to be addressed. I mean, we should ask ourselves, what were the Panthers? What were they about? Were they friendly, or were they enemies to society? I don't think there's any evidence of them being enemies to society, so I don't think there should be a negative spin on their representation of the Panther Party.
It's a so-called conscious movement going on right now. You got religion and spirituality. It's like there's a battle there, especially among black people. Some say Jesus, some say Allah, some say there's no God. As a black man, how are you affected by that, if you are affected, and how you feel about what's going on right now?
Well, in my household, there's always been Jesus Christ with me, and that's what I believe in. And if nobody want to believe in Jesus Christ, then they don't have to answer me about it. You know what I mean? They have to answer to the Most High.
Where you think, as a man, a black man here in America, should our focus be?
Well, I think our major focus needs to be on economics. I think the fact that we don't own businesses, and we're not in ownership of large businesses, so to speak, we're failing in that aspect, because we're going to be inundated with a whole lot of individuals, and mostly young black men, that are going to be getting out of incarceration in certain areas. And what are we going to do with them? They can't be, I mean, they're not hireable in certain areas and on certain jobs. I mean, so what are we going to do with them when we're inundated with these individuals in our neighborhoods and we don't own anything, or we don't have any businesses? For the most part, they're going to redo what they just did to get out of jail, and then we're going to have individuals that's constantly going through the systems. So therefore, we have to be focused on economics. I mean, we have to take the risk to start some businesses in our neighborhoods, or reinforce the businesses that are already in our neighborhoods, and buy black. I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying black. Buy black. We can't be afraid to put that issue in the forefront, because that issue needs to be addressed.
I want to holler about Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter when black people start taking a step towards showing how much our life matter.
You know, a lot of us, I'm a little older, when I was growing up, they didn't have these types of diagnoses. You know, what do you think about that?
The ADHD thing, I've been through that with my child. I'm going through that right now with that. But it's just another name. It's just another name to get kids drugs, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a grown man, and I cannot sit for 8 hours and not say nothing, not talk to somebody, not to have any kind of movement. So for a person to think that a child have to take any kind of medicine to slow them down, it's still hindering their education, because you're under influence of narcotics, basically. It's slowing you down, so how can you learn? Everything moving in slow motion for you. You just sitting there. So ADHD, I don't believe in the ADHD thing, you know what I mean? I believe in the old school way, you know what I mean? If something going on with your child, you discipline your child, and y'all work towards trying to make that situation better. you know. So ADHD, I'm against that. They were talking about giving my son medicine. No, I'm not giving him no medicine. And it took 3 years. Now he better. A's and B's. It took a little bit of beating that butt and a whole lot of talking and making him understand what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? So ADHD, I'm against that.
How do you feel about our children today and hope for them, for our future, hope for our children, and do you have a message for them?
Well, I have my message, I'll say. I actually think that, and this is no shade on anyone or any other culture, I think that we have to get back to the concepts of who we were. I'll say that again. Who we were and where do we come from and the things that we ate and how do we represent with nature. And I think those things, if we start to teach our children the truth rather than all these fallacies of getting this here with the good fairy or Santa Claus and all that, and I'm not slapping anything, but I think we've gotten into all these fallacies and it's gotten us away from the truth.
And if you don't have your life right, then you think you were going through hell now, you're going to go through hell later. I'm not a hypocrite. I done been in the streets. I done it all, bust guns, seen people die, did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but at the end of the day, I survived. And it goes out for the parents, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to start praying more, praying right for your children because we losing them. I mean, the cops shooting them, then you shooting them. The message that I have to give to our black youth, Sunday that just passed, I'm getting married next month on the 12th. And I talked to my little brother. He do music. I do music. Talked to my cousin, R.I.P., Los Bass. They was at a Mardi Gras down in Mississippi. And he just handed one of the club promoter his CD and say, hey, man, I got a number 2 on there. It's mentioning Blue Envy, Blue Envy. And, bro, I like the thing that you doing down here for the youth, trying to stop the violence. 10 steps, he got shot in the head. Over something that 2 other little youngsters had. So as far as the message that I have for them little youngsters, man, y'all put them guns down, man. Because at the end of the day, bro, your mama can't save you, your daddy can't save you, your big brother, your sister, your uncles, none of them people can save you.
So how you feel about education?
Well, our education is, I won't call it education, I'll call it dumbing down. Because the process is of regurgitation, we don't gain anything, it seems, from that. I think we need to have a process where we're teaching, first of all, who we are, so that our self-concept will be higher. I mean, where do we come from? What's our nature? I think we have to get to what makes this people move, and how do you motivate this people rather than trying to assimilate into another society that's not working.
You know what I mean? Respect your elders. A lot of these youngsters out here, they don't respect the elders. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who it is. You know what I mean? The other older person, I try to respect that person and show them that I come from, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of cloth. You know what I mean? So, and for the young females, man, it's crazy out here with the females, man. I mean, your body's a temple. And with that being said, you need to look up into what that means, you know what I'm saying, and start carrying yourself a certain type of way. Because at the end of the day, if you walk around with your ass all out and I come slapping your ass and say, what's up with that, then how can you get mad at me because that's how you putting it out. But if you carry yourself a certain type of way, then a man will approach you another type of way. So you got to respect yourself is basically what I'm saying if you want to get respect.
I mean, what's wrong with telling the children the truth? If you want to make a fairy tale about something, make a fairy tale about the truth.